This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we're in the Jaggy 100 aka Zyclop. And we're on Thiepval Ridge. And we've got a doozy of a team. Now, I make some comments early on. You'll see my name pop up down here in the bottom right. If you were in this game, you heard me right off the bat. I call these arties out. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, no self-respecting artillery player is going to just straight up platoon tier 10 artillery like that. It's stupid. Like, from an arty standpoint, it's stupid. You limit the amount of effectiveness you get. Now, if you're all on point and you all get good RNG and you all do well, you're still... You're ruining the balance of the game. And I'm just going to throw that out there. Alright? Even if everything goes as planned, you're still throwing the balance of the game off because you could potentially completely catastrophically tear apart the game. Now, have I done it? Yes and no. If you ever see me play in multiple arty platoons, which doesn't happen very often because I'm not a big fan, I kind of like to hoard all the damage in my arties. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of my thing. But anyway, I don't play in arty platoons very often. You will see me occasionally, but I try to make sure we're not doing more than 2 artillery, just because, you know, anything beyond 2 artillery gets to be, you know, too much. One way or the other. Either you're all doing amazing and you're just absolutely steamrolling the team because of it, or you're all doing absolutely crappy and you're just all waiting to be one-shot killed. In which case you're upsetting the balance in the other way, you know what I mean? But anyway, enough about artillery. We're in Zyclop, and as you can see, I have some doozies with me. And I don't wanna talk bad about anybody. But you can tell they're new. But keep in mind, we're in Zyclop. And when we're in Zyclop, there's always that puncher's chance, right? Well, I've changed my ammo loadout for this match because I want to try to do a couple different things and see how it works out for me. I added a couple HE shells. And the reason I did that is for tanks that may be low health, maybe high armor, don't want to necessarily try to sit in front of them and aim a shot. I can just put the shot wherever I can hit them and take them out. That's the goal. Or potentially, if I get a light armored opponent, you know, and I happen to have my HE loaded, generally speaking, that's going to be a Padlin, you know, because I can't remember. It's 170 millimeters. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,400 damage, maybe a little bit more. Maybe 1650. I can't remember. But anyway, the alpha on the HE, if you pin, is absolutely awesome. So having that potential. Oh, and you see, I get a little impatient here and I roll forward. I'm like, I'm spotted. There are people out here. I knew there was probably people out here. And we need to back off. And we get hit from the right. Now, because I got hit from the right, and there we see our first target. Our first target is a mouse. Now, the RHM Borsig next to me, I'm guessing he's running binos, which is not a bad idea. When you're in an RHM, generally you're sitting back behind a bush at distance. You need to be able to spot your own targets without being spotted. So running binos, plus you can't run vents on it because it's an open top tank. Mouse is turned broadside on with his turret, and there's 1001. Right through the side of the mouse. Now that mouse felt that one, I guarantee it. But, you know, that's what he gets. He took a shot at me, I took a shot back. My shot just happened to hit him for 1,000, his shot bounced off. No problem. Now you can see, right now I'm warning the Borsig. I'm like, do not pull back out. You're going to get blasted. Do not back up too far. You're going to get blasted. People are shooting at you from the left. And this is where I'm getting into these guys are very, very new. Now this RHM just pulls right back out there. Oh, we've got the mouse. Can we get the cheek of his turret? Come on, cheek. Shot out. 1100 right through the front of his turret. There we go. I didn't realize, because I was concentrating at, in the middle of the game, that I actually had a message or a invite to a party. So I apologize. I think it was Contact Yahoo. I apologize if I didn't answer you. I didn't realize it until just now while I'm recording my video. You get into a fight like this, and sometimes you just need to back off. And this is what I'm telling the RHM, back off, dude. You're spotted. And he just drives right out in front of him and gets absolutely obliterated for his trouble. As you can see, I'm backing off with my armor facing them, and there's no way I'm going to take another round from these guys. I'm not going to leave myself open to it. So right here, I've gone to the back side of the hill, which is a little bit lower, and I'm going to turn towards the mouse and the lichen. And I'm just going to try to stay out of being spotted and through the back of the trees and stuff, and see if I can't get a shot on somebody who's going to make a mistake. If the mouse pops up, I can kill him. If the lichen pops up, I can definitely kill him. So if any of these guys make a mistake, I'm here to capitalize, without being spotted, preferably. You can see I'm still moving all over the place. My RHM just got blasted, and that's pretty much, you can see how this game's going. Now we lead the shot and nailed the lichen. Goodbye, brother. Head back to the garage. First kill of the game. Not a big roll, but sometimes you just gotta punch the light guys. I'm serious. And then our Conqueror finishes off the mouse. That's a heck of a kill for you. Now we've got an E75 on the back side. Can I hit him? Nope, he disappears. And right here's where I start realizing I have 3 artillery with me. I've got 2 heavy tanks and a medium tank. This could be ugly. And I don't want to go commit on those tank destroyers yet, because I know there's a heavy tank over there on the left. I'm just waiting for it. And I keep moving, and there's why. He misses a shot, it bounces, and he's giving me the side of his tank. Shot out. Pow! 1052. Not bad. There goes over half his health. That'll make him think twice about shooting me again. Now you can see RE75's not 100% sure what they want to do. And they're kind of driving out aimlessly, and I told them, just back off. Don't get yourself killed. I need your eyes. I need your help. If I don't have your help, I'm screwed. Here I noticed the medium tanks in the middle, so I'm like, alright, let's get these guys off the board. And shot out, and he gets behind a bunker just as I pull the trigger. Unfortunate, but, I had to take the shot. Now, these 3 arties are in a platoon, and they should have been focusing on that left side. So you would think that with 2 T-92s and an M43, which is most likely what he had with an 8-inch howitzer, he would have been able to kill 1 or 2 of those heavies. And T-28 prots down. No problem whatsoever. The last thing he expected was for a 17-centimeter cannon to roll over the center of that hill. Now, I turn back towards the base. I'm reloading. 10 seconds. I've got to keep this gun cycling. I've got to make good shots. I've got to pin every shot I take from here on out. And get loaded. And he stops the moment I pull the trigger and I hit his track instead of hitting his bottom plate. That would have been the end of him. He returns fire. He does hit me, or somebody hits me, because right now I'm actually showing them the top of my tank, which is not preferable. There's no armor there. They can literally shoot through the engine deck right there. So I pull down a little bit further so I'm at a little better angle for them, so they can't pin the top of my tank and that they're forced to shoot me. So then I'm like, okay, I know those medium tanks are back there. I've got to make my move now. So I tell my E75, cover my backside. Do not let these guys get behind me at all costs. That's all I need you to do. You aim the shot and do not let these guys behind me. That's all I ask. I don't ask a lot, folks. I ask for eyes, and occasionally I'll ask for help to keep guys off my backside. That's pretty reasonable if you ask me. But they're new, and I didn't take that necessarily into account. We take the shot on the IS-4, and I just bounced off the front of the IS-4. And it's unfortunate. Now we have the M103 pulling up. I'm trying to angle against everybody. I'm bouncing rounds left and right. The the M103 hits me with HE, doesn't do anything other than damage my track, but it's already been damaged. So I'm slow. IS-4 again, he's auto-locking. Again, the M1 is shooting me. These guys are just crapping their britches right now. They have 3 of them. If they had any sense whatsoever, they would have pushed me, and they would have surrounded me, and they would have killed me. Easily. But, because these guys are crapping their britches, they're going to get paddled. And I'm going to make sure of it. Now, I take an iffy shot right there. And I had loaded an HE round because he's low health, and I thought, you know, I should be able to kill him. There's no way he has more than 500 health, right? So that's about what you get from an HE round in this, if it doesn't pin, is about 500 damage, which isn't bad. So, right here, M103 makes a mistake. He's broadside on. He's lucky he didn't get, you know, his top popped off. 17 centimeter AP, or HE-AT. Pins the side of your tank, and you're lucky to be alive afterwards. IS-4 again, I don't know what this guy's doing, but he is fumbling. Now this M103 sees me coming. I'm just about to get a shot on him. He backs up, gets behind. I turn left. Again, IS-4 fumbles. So here I gotta go. I'm like, alright, I gotta get these guys. M1 wasn't paying attention. He tunnel vision just a little too long. 36 damage. That's a 3rd kill of the game. Now right here, I'm assuming that E75 is coming from my back. So I'm getting ready to fight him, and then I realize he's not. So I'm going to pull out on the IS-4. I tell the E75 to fight the E75. I'll fight the IS-4. IS-4 starts running away. I do not want to go where he wants me to go. Generally speaking, when somebody tries to get you to go somewhere, they got a reason. So while I've got that, I've got the back of an E75. Pop goes the weasel. Now, our E75 is asking me where they're at. They're lit up right now, but I'm not kidding. E75's like, where are they at? Where are they at? I'm like, they're on your right, man. Get behind the hill with me. Protect yourself. And you can see how that went. There goes my eyes. And then I pull up, and the IS-4 comes back up. Now, I'm stuck in a pickle. If I pull out on any of these guys, I'm going to get shot. But I have to commit one way or the other. So where do I commit? I've got 2 full health tanks on one side, 1 one-shot kill on the other. You take the tank that you can kill. That's the tank that you choose. So right off the bat, I'm like, alright, this is the moment. Whatever happens, I gotta push this guy. I let him come at me. He shoots. He starts falling back. He's the fastest heavy tank I've ever seen go in reverse. And he is just running, and I'm assuming at any point these medium tanks are going to blast me. But they don't. So we get around the corner, heat right through the top of his upper plate, no problem whatsoever. The angling there for me was ideal. There was almost no chance that that shell was going to bounce unless I hit his turret. So as long as I didn't hit his turret, I was golden. It was going to pin him. And now, I know what these guys are thinking. These guys are in a platoon, and they're in fast medium tanks. That is a flanking maneuver if I've ever seen one. One will come one way, one will go the other. And at one point, I'm like, please let these guys be stupid. Guess what? They're not. Now, I loaded HE because I know these are lightly armored medium tanks. If I could just get that shot into the side of this guy, there's a chance. And pow! And we splash him for 600 instead of hitting his tank. Oh, and then before I can get everything repaired, the other one finishes me. But we gave it everything. We end up with 5 kills, 9 hits. Not bad. What did we end up with? 6,800 damage, 4,700 blocked, and 5 kills. If that ain't top of the leaderboard, nothing is. And I made 1,100 silver. I'm a rich guy right now. There's top of the leaderboard. So if you like what I'm doing, punch that like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.